Welcome to episode 183. Saturday morning, there is a cross-country meet today. So I'm gonna go do the social media yearbook picture stuff that I often do, and I have a couples photo session thing this evening, 5 o'clock. I don't know, whatever. This afternoon. Gonna do some homecoming pictures for a couple of students who hit me up in the hall yesterday and said, "Hey, can you do pictures?" And I was like, "Absolutely." So off into the day. This is kind of a part 2 of the making memories concept. So let's get to it. I'm also planning on somewhere in the course of today. I have 3 ideas for Snap Life videos. So try to record those today too, because this Saturday, and I got a couple scheduled for next week, but I don't have a whole week scheduled. So I like to keep those ahead. So that's another thing on the to-do list for today. So, but now I am gonna get my gear out of the back. And in the cross-country course, way back behind the football field, way back. Yeah. So get some steps in today as well. So all right, off we go. So I'm at the finish line. Shoot some finished pictures. I think they still got a lot more running to do. So there is one more race. This will be the junior varsity boys, and then I'll be uploading these pictures and getting on with the next thing in the day. So I'm in the classroom. I am uploading the cross country pictures, and every time I do cross country, I upload and I'm thinking, are you kidding me? I have that many pictures I took, and I only took apparently 1,500 today, roughly, which I was trying to be careful and not overshoot. But the thing with cross country is there's boys and there's girls, there's varsity and there's junior varsity, and the junior varsity teams, apparently there doesn't seem to be any limit to how many people can be on the team. So there may be like 20 people running on the team. So if you try to get them like at 2 or maybe 3 places on the course, and you're shooting in burst mode, so it's like, I might get like 7 pictures of this one guy and then 7 pictures of the next guy. It just adds up really fast. And then I always tell myself, it's like, well, you don't have to take a picture of everybody, except what happens is So I had a kid last year come around and was like, "Hey, I heard you took pictures of cross country." And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Well, kind of look and see, maybe you've got one of me." And I was like, "Okay." And he's going through the pictures and he's like, you didn't take any pictures of me. I was like, how did that happen? How did I possibly miss one, So you just don't know. So that's kind of that, in that thread of making memories. Sometimes with like what you do as a photographer, especially if you're doing like in an institution like this, or if you're doing event photography or something like that, you're actually capturing memories for other people. And I took a picture of a volleyball match, and there was this picture I thought it was kind of like a throwaway. I was like, I didn't like that one. But the girl in the picture, she loved it, and she took a copy of it and shared it with her mom, and it was like it was like that was her favorite picture. So you just don't know. This photo shoot I'm doing at 5 o'clock today is also memory making. It is the homecoming dance, and so this couple came up to me in the hall yesterday. They're like, "Hey, will you take our picture?" I may have already said this, but I was like, "Yeah, absolutely." But the point is this is also their memory. And one of the things that in a video, previous video I did, we were talking about behind the scenes, and I was talking to Emma Carilla, and it was like, you need to be sensitive when you're shooting people like couples. We were doing, I think, prom pictures or something. You need to be sensitive to the fact that this is their memory.
You want to capture their memories, and their memories they're not gonna want their memories being them uncomfortable in photos. They want to like have it captured that they're having a good time, and it's like one of the most memorable night of their lives. So.
And this is one of the things that scares me about wedding photography. People ask me if I do weddings. I've done one wedding, and I was like the second shooter at a wedding. And this is like, you don't get a redo. If the cross-country pictures don't come out, I can go to the next cross-country meet. And if the volleyball pictures don't come out, I can go to the next volleyball match. And there's very, very few things, well, kind of shaky there, sorry. There are very few things that are as like critical as weddings and graduations and those kinds of things where this is once and done. So that's one of the kind of things that scares me. You're making memories for other people. So, well, my hand's getting a cramp from holding the phone. I'm literally just sitting here holding. I actually have a balance on top of my tea bottle. So I still have the camera set up to shoot sports, and I haven't switched it over back to video mode. So I'm going to do that. I'm also going to get some lunch while these pictures upload and try to rest a little bit. So I'm going to get some lunch somewhere, and it looks like it's about to rain. Everything's going really well right towards this homecoming dance picture shoot. Because, you know, who doesn't want to go to the park and have your homecoming pictures taken while it's raining? Let's see what happens. Most of the time when I do like a photo shoot, people outside, probably the majority of the time, I use my speed lights. I use them outside. I use them because when you get a day like this, and you can still get the same quality picture as if it were a sunshiny day. So this is a day like today. As long as it doesn't rain, I'm gonna be good to go on these pictures for the homecoming couple. All right, I got pictures uploading. I got videos moving from one computer to the other, and I got nothing in my stomach. So next stop for me, food. So I had lunch. Nice. I had nice lunch. Now I'm gonna try to get my gear sorted out for the photo shoot that I am getting ready to do tonight. I basically have come down to having basically three loads or three sets of gear that I use. One is sports, which is pretty much the body and the lens, and then the other is video. And with video, then I'll have the drone, I'll have the mic, I'll have the Joby GorillaPod, all that stuff. I also have the gimbal. So the video load. Then I have the little 1855 that I've really come to just rely on because it's so lightweight and it's got that 18 millimeter wide angle. And then for video, I take the drone as well. But for tonight, I'm doing these homecoming pictures, and that is I'm going to have a different setup for that. I have a nice. It's an EF. It's a 28-135. It's got really good glass in it, and it's just a great starting point for portrait work. Just to kind of, because I can zoom in and get some tight compositions without freaking the models or the couple in this case, without freaking them out by being too close. And then I've got the 50 millimeter 1.4 that if it feels right, like the model or the couple is gonna settle into that kind of place, I will use that as well. And then always, like I said earlier, I always take the speed lights, and I will take one of the light poles. I actually have it in the car already, have a light pole in the car. So I'll mount one of the speed lights on the camera and use it as the master, and then the other becomes the slave, and then it will sit on the pole. And I've got a lot of ways of making the light come out good that way. I can put one on one pole and one on the other and let the camera body control them both, but I'm not gonna do that tonight. I'm just gonna put one on a pole and do that. So I have a little adapter thing. This screws onto the light pole, and then the flash mounts on this. Canon flashes come with that adapter as well, plastic thing. So that's kind of the plan going forward from here. I also try to keep my gear sorted out, like the diffusers. If the flashes are in this bag, so are the diffusers. If the flashes are in this bag, then the mounts are in this bag. If the flashes are in this bag, then the batteries are in this, you know. And so I kind of do that. That way I just try to keep up with my gear. I want to go back to the making memories concept and kind of, I guess, spin this video down. The making memories concept, I had some feedback on yesterday's video, and the comment the guy made, it led me to this. It led me to this thought point. It led me to be thinking about this. When we stop to take time to make these personal memories, when we stop to take time to make these, to find that place, person, moment, and capture that, whether it's just something that we keep in our mind and go back to, or whether it's, you know, we take pictures or we make some videos or whatever. When we do that, we're kind of taking away from that success, you know, the goal, plan, execute, goal, plan, execute, goal, plan, execute, goal, plan, execute. We have to keep that in balance. It would be very easy. It'd be very easy for me to just sit back and say, yeah, I'm just gonna relish the moment. I'm gonna stop and smell the roses. I'm gonna just sit back and relax, see what people are doing, hang out, and forgo goal, plan, execute. I could give up goal, plan, execute, but where would that put me? So I guess in the making memories thing, it is definitely something that needs to be done, and it's also definitely something that you need to think about doing in conjunction with the goal, plan, execute, success mentality. And bring this one to a close. Take some time away from your success strategy to make some memories, because if all you ever do is climb that ladder of success, you're going to be all by yourself when you get to the top. And you want that ladder of success to go along with the relationships with the people you love, and the people in your family, and the people in your life. You don't want to just abandon them and forego them and sacrifice them on the altar of success. So make memories, but also keep your goals in mind and find that balance, strike that balance. So I hope you enjoyed the video. A lot of this video is kind of connected to the photography process. So if you're into photography and you kind of stumbled upon this, maybe it came up as a keyword. I hope you enjoyed it. And whomever is watching the video, please consider subscribing to the channel, hit that like button, sign up for notifications, leave me a comment, a question, or a suggestion. That's all I got for this one, so I will see you in the next one.